giving you a voice. My School News TV, 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 giving you a voice.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're feeling fine. Yeah. So, good afternoon, everybody. As you can see, we are smiling, right? Because whatever is going to happen here today will require that we at least smile so that we can, pass some joy to you. Okay. So, today we are here again on Students Corner, and I'm not alone this time, man. I feel like I'm guarded, guys. So I'm not alone this time. To speak with me today or to discuss with me on mental health of students are these two lovely guests of mine in the studio. And it's a ladies first, right? So yes, I'm going to start with the lady. I need to introduce yourself.
Chisi Seth. My name is Chisi.
Okay. Any other thing you want to know about it? Are you a student? Are you a graduate?
God honest student.
All right.
Graduate.
But you passed through school. That's important.
Fast.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, I am Isaac Chibuche, a final year student of Mass Communication Department, and I was based on the president of Mass Communication Student Association, MAT.
All right. So you see, we have very wonderful person. The president is here, representing the meal, and we have our lovely student here who just finished, so she understands the entire student deal. Okay, so representing the female. So at least so that when we look at these two sides, hear from the male, hear from the female, we can easily just break things down and everybody can relate. Okay, so I just want this like program to be as basic as possible, what everybody out there can understand. We don't want so much of grammar and all of that. So everybody keeps hearing the word mental health. In fact, okay, I would say that this entire mental health saga, I will not call it a saga though, like just this term mental health, I think it started during the COVID. That was when I mean started, that was when it became known. Over the years, that term mental health was something that really was in the mind of people. Until after during COVID, when a lot of people were indoor and all of that. And I think that was the same year they did, I think, lockdown edition for Big Brother Nigeria, where news carried it that one of them, I can't remember his name right now, had to leave the house because he was going through some mental health issues, right? So I can't remember much about that because I really don't watch that. I'm really sorry, but I know that something like that came up.
Yeah, so
And then,
but I'm not sure whether it happened during that lockdown edition. I don't know if it happened during that, but I know that one of the people
Something like
that
that.
left the house because of
And I know that was when this mental health, because even in that show, because I had to cover a story on it, right? They did something like a program in the Big Brother house where they did something about mental health, like the people that were still in the house, right? They're talking about caring for each other, and people cried in that particular game or series that they did in that Big Brother show, right? And then not just that, they've heard of Lynn Genevieve Naji, passing through some mental process, and late Ada Ame, this lady that asked the Johnsons, I believe before she died, news had it that she was even saying some things about her passing through, some issues. So this simply means that anybody can be a victim of mental health issues. It does not necessarily mean that you have a limit, like maybe it's hereditary, your dad had it and like that. Anybody, and it does not make you a witch or all of that. Yeah. So this is just an introduction. I'm going to be leaving this open now. The discussion is going to be really open. I just want to hear from you guys. In the layers term, what do you think is mental health? Like in a very simple term, this is not a definition. What is? How would you say it is mental health? What exactly is mental health?
Okay, me first.
You, I thought it was lady, so I think I think please.
Well, like you said, in the simplest term, I would say mental health is a state of helplessness. States of depression, due to maybe factors such as traumas, past issues that have not been settled and all of that. So it's just, when students, because we are trying to narrow it down to students now, when students are going through some psychological issues, you know, they are helpless, they are thinking of committing suicide and all of that. So that's just my own definition of mental health, a state of helplessness.
Okay, so yeah. What is that?
Okay, so in my opinion, simplest thing, I think mental health has to do one's emotional well-being, and basically how we cope or manage stress.
So it means whenever someone is not emotionally balanced, they're going through this process. Okay, it end up or increases even the level of your mental health issues and all of that. I believe this basic definition will help us a long way. So why when I say mental health, it's not going to look like something that's really vague, something that you cannot relate with. You understand? Okay, so why do you think mental health is important? Why do you think what's the need? Why should your mental health be intact? Why is it important? Why is it something that people are always talking about these days?
Mm, because mental health is how you handle your mental health is important. I mean, it helps you sort of handle situations. I mean, in situations where something happens and then somebody breaks out in like a certain way, and then you just know that this person's mental health is not in the right place. So it's important that people's mental health are in the right place, to basically help them deal with situations right.
Okay, well, when someone is in a state of is passing through mental health, person is more or less depressed. At that moment, at that point in time, the person can't perform. It is meant to perform
At the maximum.
at the maximum.
Sometimes you
Exactly.
are right.
Narrowing down to students now, when students are passing through mental health, they will have this issue of lack of concentration in class and all of that. Maybe during classes they're trying to concentrate on what the lecturer is teaching, but their mind has gone elsewhere. They're trying to think of one thing or another. So, like she said, you know, emotional stress. Emotional stress, is a very great factor, concerning mental
Do
health.
we have any relatable story of anybody who have maybe gone through the phase of having maybe mental health issues or the other? And I believe us giving we giving a story, we get where people can listen to say, oh, to help.
Okay, well, um, I would say the popular story that I used to hear of, and recently I just heard of it. Today is Thursday during the SCG inauguration. You know, I was privileged to be there at PA, and they had a session where they focused on mental health. And the team lead, or the person who anchored the program, she related back to the past of a student who committed suicide. I didn't meet him, but they say he was popular. They say his name is Akashi. She like that was a very perfect example of someone who was going through mental health at that point. She mentioned that this person, the guy in question, was a first class student, But then all of a sudden, just having these mental health issues, that going, so many things, so many things, hitting from here and there, and then 4 minutes, that was it, compared to sex. So I think that's a perfect example of someone who was undergoing mental health, but it couldn't be solved, couldn't be treated.
Even beyond this, beyond even, I think suicide is the high.
Yeah.
That's the peak. But beyond this, if you could see someone who is maybe who has been active over the years. In first year, this person was really active, doing as most things as possible, participating, and then we now see that maybe the person failed courses. That's why I want us to really calm down, because some people might not get to that point of suicide. I mean, not everybody has the mind to take their own life. You get, but maybe through maybe failures, series of failures, maybe hard ease. I think there was a time as a student, right? I was with my classmate and I was just sitting down. I was not with her. We're in class, but the class was kind of empty, and I was sitting down here. And she was in the front row by the wall, and she was not crying. Like, I did not notice that. She was not crying out loud. She was sobbing, right? And that day was the result result. Actually, the way we did it, I was like, you're going to go to the academic advisor's office, and then she sit down with you and read your story. You think I kind of thing. So she was sitting down there, and I just looked. I don't know what took my eyes there, and I saw somebody crying. What was happening? And she was crying and she was laughing. And I became scared. When finally she said she had D's, E's, and F's that just didn't want to see or something, I felt really bad for her. And I was trying to console her and talk to her, but she said, Claire is looking and she's laughing and crying. Like, I'm sure at that state, her mind is no longer intact. Like, she's thinking about how far her GP must have, think. Do you get that kind of thing? Or must have sung. And okay, that was not just us. She then told me, Claire, please hold my phone. Let me take a walk. Do you know I stayed in that class? This is a real life story. Like, I stayed in that class for more than an hour waiting for this girl to come back from my work. And then I started praying that God,
She shouldn't do
this
something.
girl should not do it. She later came back, but it was late, and she said she just had to pull up. She has to pray. So you see, this mental health thing is ranging from a lot of things, and sometimes it might not even get to suicide. Though some have to even commit suicide, but just these basic things, even merely shouting at somebody in the class, it's embarrassing scenes. Lecturers usually maybe just tell you maybe you got an answer wrong, and lecturer just tells you nothing good can come out of you. You know how much that will even affect and demean a student, and then from that time you can realize that these people are no longer performing well. I mean, this lady in particular usually comes to class early, but throughout our final year, I hardly saw her in class because when I asked her, she's like, even when she comes to class, when she jams, you get it. The results will still be what she does not want. So you see, a lot of people are walking on the streets. Some are even smiling, guys. Like, you see them smiling and even giving you joy. So they can crack joke for the entire class, but these people are really going through a lot. So that's going to lead us to our next point. How do we identify these things? How do we know someone who is actually, going through this phase? Definitely, we're going to start from the very vivid signs to see and see this person passing through this. And how can we even read in between lines, see in depth that okay, this person is going through a lot, though this person is smiling. So who's gonna take the lead? All right, let's again.
How do we identify
You can drop one, drop. That is coming.
people that are not very expressive?
Very.
Maybe some people are not very expressive. You have to like have a conversation with them to like know that they're going through stuff. There are persons that you see and you're not seeing if they're going through anything.
Yeah.
And you get to talk to them, then vividly, maybe as she said, the person's energy was so positive, then all of a sudden you're flying by again. That could make you know that the person is going through stuff.
Yeah.
Persons can be persons, can be very idle persons, so full of spirit, and then personal jokes. And that's it. And you could identify, you know that it's
I would say the background where these are coming from. Maybe they come from poor backgrounds, and while they are thinking of how they're going to scale through the school life, pass this course and all of that, they're thinking of where their next is going to come from.
Yeah, your school fees need to be increased.
Is there, textbooks and there, all of that. So someone can be in class now, like you think the person is there. That's why lecturers are very, very like they they're looking to the students, so they know who is paying attention. That's why once they pay attention, they're like, sir, is it me you're talking to? That kind of thing. Like basic mind has wandered far away. You get so it just to be expressive. You know, they say a problem action is problem have solved, but people press that inside. They don't like telling out, they don't like speaking out. So if people can be expressive, that way we should be intentional about the kind of friends we make. People that you can open up to. I know it can be very hard trying to open up to people, but at least you should have at least two persons or maybe one person that you can talk with that says, see, this is what I'm passing through, this is what I'm going through. I don't think I can do this. Then maybe the person, as a friend will try to help, maybe will try to call on that third party that can help us, in that kind of situation. So people just need to be expressive, that's it.
Isaac made some point and he even entered, the way out, that kind of thing. There are diverse ways to know someone who is actually going through such issues. And then in a case where these people are not expressive, when I mean expressive, there are people that you might find them crying always. There are some people that you might find them, there was this, even in church, right? Okay, this is a story. In church, there's this lady that is always crying, right? In the church I worship as a student. So they are singing songs, she's crying. Praise and worship, she's crying. Prayer, she's crying. The first time I saw this might be hunger. You get it? And then I was like, okay, the Holy Spirit are taking her. But it became a norm. Like, okay, I had never seen you happily talking to your God. Do you get it? I had to ask her, are you okay? She said, why? I said, because you always cry when you're praying and all of that, and you always cry when you're worshiping her. She said she's okay. That's the first thing I want us to know. That the first thing that it first start with denial.
Yeah.
They would, for like only very few persons will ever want to speak up and say, I'm actually having an issue. In the first instance, everybody wants to man up. Everybody wants to be, let me just hold myself. And so she said, I'm okay. All of this. It's continued, and another day I had to call her. Are you okay? Actually, she's battling serious mental things. And she doesn't even believe that. She feels that she's backward. Do you get that kind of thing? So, another thing that could even trigger this is maybe delay. You see some people coming into first year at age maybe 24, 25, coming to meet students of 18, 19, and then they are beginning to call you mama. Do you get that kind of thing? They are beginning to say you are the mother of the class. And this mother of the class is not because you are per se acting like a mother, because they are trying to tell you that you are aged. And so, but that takes us a little bit back to this words thing you're talking about. So, that reason was another reason why she's always crying. So we really have to talk, bring out of this. Everybody have to start loving her. Like whether you're her friend or not, I have to just speak to people. Let's show this girl as much love as possible. You get that kind of thing. So that was her issue. But this is somebody who was coming as if she's crying to God. You know, the same way you come and say, I like this person's passion for God, and you don't know that this person's tears is not what it's not the passion kind of thing, you know. And then you can also see these little signs with people like another way to say people that maybe you could easily know. I feel beyond being introvert, there are some people that are extremely joyful. It's I think sometimes I just find that it costs to get closer to them. Yeah. A good percentage of people that are seemingly extremely joyful, like people that are very good with jokes, people that they will make you laugh and everything. If you get close to a good percentage, might not be all, you will be shocked what they are going through.
Yeah, they're hiding.
You will be very shocked, and this is something I know from experience. I've had friends that you go out there together. I know what this person is going through. Me and you are coming from inside, and I know that you have many carryovers. I know that there's no money. I know that you are broke. You've not paid your fees. Like I've had friends, and this they will crack joke. Anybody posting them on their bed, they be like, this person is always happy. But without those kind of persons, without, like you said, a friend, someone that is close with them, they can be dying in secret, and everybody's like, this person is full of joy. And so I just feel like another way to maybe say it's possible this person might. Though some of them are actually really joyful, like this is just their person, and they are not pretending. Some people are pretending to be happy, right? But there are people that whether they are passing through issues or not, it does not get to them to the extent of making them become what their problem is, right? So maybe these are some of the signs, and then obviously when somebody's attitude changes automatically, you just realize that this person who was like this turned into this. And guys, let me hit this before asking the question. I need to hit this thing straight to the point, because I realized that when we see people change their character, the only thing that happens is that you say this is that person's true color. You see, Nigerians, the day you guys come, the day that you will start acting up to say, and that's Isaac's true color. And that's a very, what like insensitive statement to make. It kills you more. So this will be somebody passing through a phase who is usually very welcoming, rejecting you. Just like you can find a woman who is pregnant for the first time, all of a sudden she's acting crazy. This someone that shows us love as our auntie gets pregnant and she's shouting at everybody, and you're trying to say that's her true color. I mean, you deserve a slap. Right? So they begin to say that this is your real color. Chisom have been pretending all the while. You get it? So this is really a pointer to the fact that this person might be emotionally stressed. Like this person might just be out of it. They cannot tolerate things anymore. Like the normal times you just hit them and they just laugh. Hit them and they say, what is this now? You get it? Like a lady that has just been raped and is still passing through trauma. Your normal friend will just touch her and like, don't touch me. And you're like, why are you rude? Meanwhile, this person is actually going through. So when we see little changes, guys, it's really a sign. Okay, what I really want us to talk about right now is the issue of words, the place of words in shaping our mental health, because I believe this is something that's really relatable, right? In fact, I think what majority of people fall prey to, maybe in terms of mental health, is in one way or another linked to what they have heard people say. It could either make it worse or reduce it. So I just want to talk about the place of words in handling or in maybe helping out these people who are going through such phases. I said I was a lady before this way.
Okay, well, the issue of words in handling mental health. Like I said earlier, words are powerful.
Very powerful.
Words are powerful. Words they can make or mar someone or mar you. So we need to be very careful the kind of things we say to people, because we don't know what can trigger someone start behaving or start acting. These days we get students. But there's something that I know that students do. They take it as a joke or this thing like whining. They compare classmates, or they compare themselves. So like, okay, this person is the finest in the class, this person is the ugliest in the class.
Anonymous.
So you think that it's a joke, as per they're whining you, they're joking with you, but you don't know this person that they said or they call, this person is not fine. This person is ugly.
Going back to think about
It's
it.
going back to think about it.
We don't want to come to the
Exactly.
practical
Yeah.
level.
You say, like, people be like, I bet forget that thing, forget that thing.
Like the first thing, exactly.
But you know that how the person goes home in his, in his
Black
position.
friend. Am I that ugly?
Like exactly. Or he will look at the way they sit. What's So people like you said earlier, so that the people pretend a lot. When they say that thing to you, you will just want to man up and all of that. But then your own progress, you're like, so am I really good? God didn't create me to be fine as this. Especially girls.
It gets the girl.
With guys.
I don't think there's any girl what don't get. They are very few.
With guys, guys can take it as normal prank, but not all guys.
Yeah.
But guys can just, I bet forget that thing, take it as
They will laugh.
over it.
Ends there.
But it ends there, exactly. But you see with girls, it's something that girls, they are wonderful creatures.
Wonderful. Yeah, you have to say that.
They're
Yeah.
wonderful creatures. They were made different by God. Especially these students. When your fellow girl now is like, maybe is showing off, maybe what she gets from her boyfriend or all of that. Be like, where your own day, you don't have a man, blah blah blah, all of that. People be like, is it because I'm not fine, that's why I don't have a boyfriend or I don't have a man and all of that.
And bad character.
Bad character.
Guys, you know what you
Students though, we are thinking extreme when some things are not even meant to be, to get
That
to me
stage.
at that stage. Why should I think because of I'm not fine, that's why I don't have a boyfriend or all of that. So the things we say to ourselves that we take to be joke, or take to be play, or take to be whining. Take to be whining. It is very wrong.
Very wrong.
Very wrong. That's why I'll keep saying that it's very kind with what we tell people, because people are going through, are passing through, through traumas that have not been, what's the word now? That have not been, should I say, settled or calm, So we just be very careful with kind of things we tell our fellow mates, our friends, that we just take as joke. Especially in this anonymous of a thing that they do. That they send link and then you see
Write a secret message.
people will stay under the umbrella of
Anonymous and kill each other.
bouncing as bantering themselves. That's why if you notice there, if they do anonymous, now you know that you see the way people will calm down after some, after
Resolution.
like, so you talk about me, and so it's true. People are not doing this things. Now, why you notice? For example, my class. Whenever we do anonymous, you should have for a period of 1 week, 2 weeks, there will be peace and quiet. Like you won't, this thing. But then, after like this, when you have calmed down, now bounce back. So we just be very careful with kind of things we tell people, we say amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Very careful because words are powerful.
Alright, guys. You've heard from the male, right? We're going to go into the female, but that won't be until after a very short break from us. So just stay tuned. In less than what you can think of the GPEs, we're gonna be right back. Thank you.
My School News TV, giving you a voice. My School News TV, giving you a voice. My School News TV, giving you a voice.